fact, I'm going to say that's been a long talk. And I thought normally corporate people make only short talks. And it is the government servant who's always known for blah, blah for a long time. But he did make a worthwhile presentation, full of ideas, insightful ideas. Well, covering the whole ground of spirituality, which is a well-known ground. For most of you, would be familiar, but he did the fine job of linking it up to your daily lives. And so it is a management talk, and you also saw spirituality in it. So you will ultimately see that management is actually spiritual. So that's what it is. Now, actually, I don't want to say much because the coffee is waiting, but a few points. But most important, I like you to react. I like you to react at the general session, which is available for 1 full hour. I like you to react to whatever he said. The possibility, the difficulty of the learning process. The point here is the learning process. We know the principles, we know the objectives, we know the goal, we know the mission, we know these are good things, but the learning process, the manner of our leading ourselves into it, that's going to be the crucial thing. And I hope the next session covers something about it, but otherwise, feel free to ask questions on them so that we can help you in some way or the other. Now, you see, the important things that he mentioned are, one, he spoke with respect to relationships, events, and so on. He spoke of acceptance, he spoke of equanimity, and he spoke of action. And he spoke of action which is without waiting or expecting for results. Now, this is the sum and substance of what he really said. Now, this constitutes actually the essence of a spiritual approach to any issue. Any issue, you handle it only that way. But there are finer points into it, which we all will learn as we proceed along. And we learn not so much from the textbooks, books, not even from holy sages, but from the book of your own life, from the book of your own experience. Now, experience becomes very, very crucial here. But our ability to learn from your experience is even more crucial. 99% of us just experience and leave it at that. But 1% experience and decide to learn from it. It is that person who learns from it becomes more powerful with respect to the usage of the spiritual tools. You see, that's what's important here. Now, I can talk a good deal on these 3 concepts of acceptance, equanimity, and action, and so on. They are all related. They are not compartmentalized. They are related. Now, ultimately, everything is action. You cannot be inactive. Everything is action. And action, which is action based upon an equanimous approach, is a spiritual approach. Which comes first, which comes later, is an issue of finer detail, which we can always discuss. But it's again learning. Now, action without expecting results. Now, without waiting, without kind of wanting to get the results. The result meaning here, one must be very clear. Result meaning here, the benefit for oneself. I've done this action, I expect a certain result to flow from that action to me. So this is what is normally meant with respect to the word action. Now, a lot of it is away. You see, all the religions have touched on these 3 aspects of acceptance, equanimity, and action, and action without expectation. But they do that at a much higher plane. At a slightly less lower plane, spirituality refers to these concepts, and in order to make them practical. In our daily life, these become important as as guideline points, and spirituality as a guiding master. Now, I have found in life that I have to continue to do my action. Now, if it is a relationship, I have to do my action. And what is this action? That is the. I'm an old-fashioned fellow. Therefore, I will use the word, an old-fashioned word, duty. Now, I am married. I have children. I have parents. Therefore, I have duty by my wife. I have duty by my children. I have duty by my parents. You will laugh at the concept of the word duty. But duty is not to be looked at that way. Duty is a very beautiful word. Duty means really an action which will go to benefit the person's concerned. But the action in which there is an element of sacrifice for you. There is a sacrifice for you, and you do that, therefore, and the person who is benefited is your wife, is your children, is your parents. Therefore, they are the beneficiaries of your sacrifice. In your sacrifice, you have performed a duty. In your sacrifice, you have achieved a fulfillment. And in your sacrifice, there is a happiness. Now, you will not be able to develop that concept of sacrifice unless you have a great element of love. Let's mark the word love. I cannot do it without my truly loving my wife, without my truly loving my children, without my truly loving my parents. Only then I am ready to sacrifice for them. Otherwise, it's expectation. Otherwise, it's quid pro quo. Otherwise, it is return. Otherwise, it is a covenant. It is a relationship based upon mutual agreement. But our relationships must be raised to a much higher plane. Spirituality contemplates raising these relationships to a higher plane. In the higher plane, the emotion that enters here has to be also necessarily much, much higher. And the most important and the most powerful emotion that can enter into these things is love. Love is a very broad word, and it can be defined in many ways, but the most important, accurate manifestation of the word love is sacrifice. How much are you willing to give? Not how much are you willing to get. I love him because, I like him so much. I love him because he does so much to me. All the advertisements, you will not, that is a diamond necklace is shown as a front page Hindu advertisement. It's available to you. Take your love and take this diamond, etc., etc. This is not the way you do that love. This is love is honestly sacrifice. Yeah, a wife does not ask for this diamond at all. She asks for true love from the husband. If she knows that the husband has the true love, if the husband knows wife, he can depend on her true love. If the children know that parents love them, they grow like flowers. If they know that if the children have any doubt or suspicion that there is no love, that the love is lacking, that their love is somewhere else, it is somewhere else, it is in duty, it is in work, it is somewhere else, it is in clubs, it is in drinking, it is in etc., etc. They feel lost, they are lonely, they are losing their lives, they in turn become lone children, and they grow to be loveless, and in turn they will prove to be loveless, and in their own future relationships also they will be loveless. Therefore, you see, this is a very, very basic thing. It transcends. Krishna used the word dharma. Now, I can give you a talk on dharma. I can give you many talks on dharma, but there's no time. Now, but you see, the word dharma actually conceived in this manner, in turn, contemplates, presupposes, and has its foundation in true love. Therefore, it is that which has to be a driving force in our life. On that basis, you can manage anything. You manage your corporate affairs, you can manage your jet airways, you can manage your secretaries, you can manage your wives. You can there's no question of management there. Things do happen because things happen. And because that's such a positive influence, positive vibration, that you do not get any negative feedback at all. So therefore, that has to overlay all your activities. Activity waiting for expectation, not waiting for expectation, etc. Or at a level which is in practical terms. But I'm trying to lift it. I'm trying to lift it to a level at which you are not interested at all in results. You are not even expecting results. You are not even thinking in terms of action as action. It flows from you. It flows from you. It is to your corporate enterprise, your action flows to the institution because it's you're part of that institution, and it just flows because you are of that nature. You see, there I stop here because your coffee is waiting, but we will discuss. And I'm going to talk to you at the end of it about Hamsa. And you see, this is the kind of thing that we promote in our Hamsa and so on. But at a general session, I want you to react to these things because we have been listening mostly, but you must come back and say, this is possible, not possible, how to go about it, and things like that, okay?